All right, and then what is the actual agenda item? Okay, item 6 is creation of the Multicultural Committee. And I have a few of our people that helped us start this. They're going to come on up. Come on up with me. Welcome. Are y'all going to want to? All right. Well, welcome. So by way of history, so the council has always thought that we wanted to reach all four corners of our community as we became increasingly diverse as a community. And so in 2018, or actually 2017, we took what we used to call Chai with Cheney, which was me having chai with the growing Indian population in our community. And shortly thereafter, Peter Burns had a very informative meeting with me and many of his friends. And he was like, well, you're meeting with the Indian community. Why aren't you meeting with the African American community, the Hispanic community? And I was like, you know what, Peter, you're right, which those that know Peter, he usually is. And so Chai with Cheney evolved into what at the time we called the Inclusion Committee, and it was a mayor's ad hoc committee at the time. So there was actually ad hoc committees had kind of no formal recognition, and it was something that we did as a group. We have a few of those in the city, like the Veterans Ad Hoc Community. And then as it grows, we were looking to formalize it because these people have been so successful here in Frisco that we want to make sure that it lives well beyond them. We did many things. I'm going to let y'all speak to all the firsts that we had in Frisco as a result of this committee. But what this is, what is happening tonight, is that to move it to an official committee, we have to have an official mayor's proclamation, which the council is doing tonight, so they will live on forever. But you want to speak to the mission and of what we've been doing and what we're going to do in the future.
Thank you so much. First of all, Mayor and Council, thank you so much for allowing this day to be a part of history. Thank you for helping us become who we are and get to this place today. Frisco has been growing strong with a bustling community of diverse people, and our city leaders recognized there was a need to advocate and educate of the growing community that we had, along with celebrating the many wonderful people, the rich cultures, the religions, the different, all kinds of people who made up Frisco. So one of the reasons we were able to work with Mayor Cheney, and he took on the task of saying we're going to do a Frisco Inclusion Committee as a mayoral ad hoc committee, was because our leaders recognized the need to be seen and heard. So for that, we are very grateful to Mayor Cheney and for the council. Bill Woodard was one of the first council members who stepped up and said, I'm going to take this on, and we cannot thank Bill enough. So thank you. Along the ride, we've also had the support of Councilwoman Pelham and Councilwoman Minor-Shagan. I've never said that last name. So, and every single person who's sitting up here today has supported us in one way or another, and we want to say thank you so much. But we could not have done what we do if it wasn't for the amazing community that we live in and for the Frisco Inclusion Committee ambassadors. So we have a few ambassadors in the room today. If you are an ambassador, please stand up and be recognized. We want to thank you for doing everything that you have done over the years. Please stand. Come on, come on. Thank you.
Thank you, Saba. So we have up here on stage Saba Ilyas, Sadaf Haq, Renee Sample, and I'm Sunita Charavu, along with Peter Burns, who wears many hats and has been a great guidance for us. I do want to also recognize from city staff, Henry Hill, and then Jason Cooley, who's no longer part of the city of Frisco, but is nearby, for their guidance through the process of the creation and advocating for what the different work that we've done here. And the mayor talked about the first. We had the very first official Diwali celebration here during COVID, the very first Kwanzaa celebration here, led by Ms. Sample. the very first Hispanic heritage celebration here that continues strong, and so many other things that have happened here, as well as communities having conversations that really mattered with city leaders to deepen the understanding and build those bridges. So when we talk about Frisco inclusion and the work that it's done, every single person in this room and in this city has been a part of making that happen. So it's really a historic moment to be here, to have it be formalized and part of the DNA of our city. So thank you all. Thank you, council, mayor, and city staff, and every citizen and resident of Frisco for making this possible.
All right, let's thank them again for all their hard work. Thank you so much. Item 7 is council comment or acknowledgement of any other proclamations issued. Anything of note?
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to acknowledge we won't have a formal proclamation for Juneteenth because I know that we do this on a rotational basis, but since we are in the month of June, I just wanted to acknowledge Juneteenth again. June 19, 1865 is when federal soldiers arrived in Galveston to take control of Texas and ensure the slaves were freed per the Emancipation Proclamation nearly 2 years earlier. Marks the end of slavery in the United States and is considered the longest running African-American holiday. So I wanted to acknowledge that. I know we're a couple of ways away, but we often do proclamations for Juneteenth on a rotational basis. And I know this year we're not doing a formal proclamation, but I wanted to acknowledge that holiday coming up in the next couple of weeks.